Hello, friends. I am getting better. I certainly don't feel 100%, but I was able to return to work today. It was a little slow going. Nights seemed to be the worst. Um, I don't know why, but then it gets better throughout the day, and I'm so grateful for that. So as I promised, I wanted to do a video of all the different things that we are taking to get through COVID. And disclaimer, I am not a medical doctor. This is not medical advice. This is just what we're doing, and hopefully help somebody out there who is going through COVID as well. So I'm going to start with the commercial or Western medicine stuff, and then we'll go from there. So on hand at all times, we have a thermometer, and I have a pulse ox. It's charging over there, and I check to make sure that everybody's temperature is, not a fever. And fortunately, we haven't had fevers. I think each of us had a fever for a very short time, and then it went away. And then your pulse ox, you want your pulse to be, your oxygen level to be above 94. So, you want to kind of put it on, and if it's not right at 94, you just want to give it a minute and take some deep breaths, and usually you're okay. So those are some tools. Some other tools that we have around. This is an official neti pot. You can also use a homemade version. I didn't think my kids would use the homemade version, so I got an official neti pot. It's pretty easy to use. It looks like a genie in a bottle. I've used it, so I can tell you that there is no genie in this bottle, which is a little disappointing. I had all kinds of wishes, but alas. And then in that kind of borderlines, we did order a nebulizer. It came broken, so we had to return it. But honestly, it didn't get that way for us, with the real significant lung issues, at least not yet. I'm hoping that it doesn't. So so those are the kind of things we ordered. The doctor's office prescribed the Pax Avid. You take 3 pills twice a day. It's 2 of one kind and 1 of another. They have a real metallic taste, and they don't sit well in the stomach. All of us have. I'm the only one doing completely herbal supplements as well, and all like Dave and I both had I don't want to say it's like a stomach ache because it's not that, but I don't know. It's something with your stomach. It makes it feel like there's a metal ball in it. But you want to keep an eye out because if you have kidney issues, you shouldn't take it. Your doctor should know that. And there are some side effects. I think it's a little bit experimental. I'm not exactly sure what it does. Some people say it's like a hyped up Theraflu. I don't know. We use Alka-Seltzer Cold Plus. So it tastes disgusting, but the way I do it is you put it in a glass, put some water in there, and I sing the alphabet, and I swallow after each letter. So A, swallow B, swallow C, and that gets you through it. You just gotta suck it up and get it down. And then for my son, I used Vicks Vapor Rub on his chest just 1 or 2 times to kind of help open things up. I'm allergic to something that's in there, so I don't use that, but I had it for him. And then the one thing that we have all used, the thing that I think COVID feels like a huge head cold to me, but the thing that is markedly different is that I've never really understood, what hit the wall means. Like, I understand the words, but I don't understand, personally, because I'd never been in a spot where I had hit the wall. You hit the wall with fatigue. Like, you'll be doing something, and all of a sudden, you want to sleep with a cat. And that has been the truth. And the muscle aches. Seriously, just getting up the stairs is, and I had issues getting up the stairs because of my foot. Now it's not my foot. It's just it was like I was so exhausted. I couldn't make it up a flight of stairs. I climbed mountains and I couldn't get up a flight of stairs. So, ibuprofen, very best friend. So those are sort of the commercial things that we're using, sort of the Western medicine. And now onto what everybody here calls Mom's Witch's Kitchen. All right, so teas are always something super helpful, and there's all different kind of teas. There's elderberry tea, there's elderberry syrup, There's all different kinds of things. And you could ask, 10 different herbalists, and you're going to get 10 different approaches to how to handle things. They're all good. You use what works for you. So I am a tea drinker. I drink tea all of the time. I drink very strong tea. And green tea, which is, everybody knows is noted for its health benefits. And there's, herbalists will tell you that Lipton's a horrible brand. Lipton was what I could get in the middle of a mountain town when my options were, Amazon and picking up at Walmart. So I double up these tea bags, and then it's almost like real tea. I think that green tea is like water pretending it wants to grow up to be real tea. But it does, the medicinal benefits are really helpful. And then pine needle tea. So that's really good. You want to definitely let this steep longer than you would normally let normal tea steep. You want to let this steep longer. And then you want to use honey. I don't use sugar. I use honey. I use all different kinds of honey. Pretty much I use whatever my mother-in-law brings me. I like wildflower honey. Nate's. Can't miss it in the dark of night. So you can use whatever honey you want. But try to go for raw and unfiltered honey. I know this sounds crazy, but an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And in the Celtic culture, apples have a lot of meaning too. If you're not an apple eater, because some people aren't, my kid doesn't like to eat apples, but he'll drink apple juice or apple cider. So get your apple in some way. It's good to actually take that other medicine with, because it sort of combats that metallic tasting stuff. All right, let me move some stuff around here. I have so many things right here. All right, so Julian would say that his favorite thing to take every day is his Elderberry Vitamin, which is a gummy. You take 2 of these, and they do legit taste like candy, and he likes them. He thinks they're quite tasty. Sort of your biggest helper is going to be the Knack, which is this. Right? It also isn't kind to your tummy either, so make sure you take this with food. And we weren't sure if it was this or the other medicine that was causing the tummy discomfort. But since Dave isn't taking this and he had the tummy discomfort too, we're gonna think it's that and not this. And then you want to take extra vitamin D, and if you can, D and K, so that you have that extra support and boost. So you can take them individually or together like this. I take fish oil every day for my heart. So fish oil is super, super helpful. This is bromeliad and quercetin. I don't know if I'm ever saying these things right. But this is also a good boost to help you out. This is just some extra zinc, because you want to have that boost. And this is turmeric and curcumin, right? Again, you want that extra boost, the extra support for your systems. And then oregano oil. And oregano oil you can take as an antibiotic anytime, but you don't want to take it too long, right? Same thing with Knack. Like, once your lung issues are done, you want to stop taking it. Things are not meant. Some of these things are not meant to be taken over a prolonged period of time. D is something that we often, because we don't get outside enough, D is something you can take every day, and fish oil is something you can take every day, but others of these are just meant for when you're sick. So be sure to do your research and know how long to take things. I don't use the Vicks Vapor Rub. I use essential oils, so I have peppermint and eucalyptus here. And you kind of like snort it. I mean, don't get it in your nose. You'll burn your nose, but you can just sniff it, and it helps open up the airways. And then, I wouldn't put this on my skin in a big batch, right? So I make my own eucalyptus oil, and then I rub this on the same way you would rub Vicks, because I'm that weird neighbor that makes this weird crap. And then the other tip I have is if you have a bathtub, I'm very fortunate to have a jacuzzi tub. Dee Dee and I have been both taking Epsom Salt baths, and I like the brand name. I'm not a brand name snob for anything really, but I think for Epsom Salt, like a quality brand is important, and you can order the Dr. Teal's, and they have different kinds like elderberry. I have a lavender one that's for helping us to sleep. So it's the steam from the bath is really good and really helpful and helps sore muscles. I also do the steam thing where I boil a pot of water and stick my head over and just let the steam come up in my face, and that seems to be very helpful too. So I think that is everything. Juice, apple, orange, just hydrate. Water, 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 tea, anything. Just keep drinking. Fluids, fluids, fluids. Kiwi, grapes. I'm trying to think if there's any other foods. There's obviously soup when you're sick always feels really, really good. And then, but really try to, you don't really get that hungry. So you feel like you're starving, and then 2 seconds in, you're like, okay, I'm done. So, you want to, whatever that 2 seconds is going to be, you want it to be good stuff. Peanut butter trees have been a little lifesaver because I do like chocolate. Dark chocolate is really much better for you. Something with a high cacao amount. So that's the Witchy Kitchen. This is our herbal arsenal and our Western medicine. Remember that they work together. They're friends. They work together. Anybody who tells you otherwise is full of crap. So don't listen to them. And we're gonna get through this. I've been so appreciative to my friends, to my friend Vicky, especially a missionary. My missionary friend Vicky, who is an herbalist and has been super helpful. My friend Pat, who is also really into herbal teas and has been a super big help. And I am appreciative of everybody who sent thoughts and prayers. And somebody dropped off a can of soup on my porch. And my family has been super, super helpful, sort of doing ding dong ditch with supplies and then running. I'm just so grateful for all the outpouring of love. So I am wishing all of you all the very best in light and love and good health. Don't lick things. Seriously don't know who was licking things around here, but whichever one of them brought this home wasn't me. All right, be well. Take care. All the best. Bye-bye.